Any questions about the gates of paradise?
So how is the priority to which gate you're going to enter? According to what if you fit more than one?
What if you fit more than one categories? There's two ways of looking at that. If you fit more than one category, you go with the best one. The fastest one, the one with more pleasures, the one with more blessings. Another way of looking at it, these gates are not linear. You know, in dunya, there's one gate, next to it a gate, you can only enter through one. Because a gate gives you access to the other side, we can combine these gates on the Day of Judgment. Because Jannah is this special place that you have to go through this access point to get there. Have you seen in these movies where the person wants to teleport to some, strange world? You have to go through a tunnel and you morph into something. You have that idea. In order for you to go to heaven, you need an access point. That access point allows you to enter. The more you qualify for these gates, the quicker you can enter with a better experience. So for instance, today if you want to go somewhere, right? You can go by car. Okay, you have a path, you're going there. But a faster way is to go by an airplane. And a better experience in the airplane is to sit in business class. You get the idea? It seems the more you qualify for these doors, the more conveniently you enter paradise. And the smoother that transition will be. That's another way of looking at it.
Can we conclude that the first gate for the prophets is the smoothest and it's...
Oh yes, that gate for the Nabiyyin and the Siddiqeen is by far the gate of the highest quality and the smoothest and the best experience. Yes, definitely. Because they are the best of Allah's creation.
Another question is, like heaven is levels. Does the gate dictate which level in heaven you're going to be?
So it seems that this gate gets you inside. And then once you're inside, you go to the various levels. And inshallah, we'll have a discussion later on the levels of paradise. Are they vertical levels? Like one level is above each other? Have you seen like a building, a tower? There's 100 stories. A story is literally above another story. Some ulama say no. Some ulama, their understanding of the hadiths, inshallah we'll examine this later, that heaven is one place, one huge beautiful place. And there are neighborhoods in heaven. Sections, neighborhoods. You could be in the presence of someone from a lower level, but you're on one plane. It's not like you're above him. But what's different is the experience. So for instance, let's say on a Friday in heaven, Allah calls for one ma'idah, one meal. You're all the guests of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. In heaven that happens. Allah invites you. Allah's the guest. You're invited to His invitation. Just imagine. The millions in heaven. So let's say they're all on one table. How do we see the different levels? So when you're eating at the table, there's a drink. You drink from that drink. It's a juice, let's say. Zanjabil, kafur, salsabil. The Quran has different names for those drinks. The one who's from a higher level, the drink that he drinks, that juice that he drinks, tastes much better, much more fulfilling. That's how he's in a higher level. From the outside, it may look similar, but the food tastes better, the drink tastes better, the experience is better. Or they'll sit in that meal in a special corner, distinguished VIP guests, right? Some ulama have conceptualized it this way. So the higher levels are basically the quality of experience, just so much better. And then some of them, no, they took it literally. It's basically layers above layers above layers. 6,000 layers. So it seems that these gates get you to one big courtyard, let's call it, and then from there you're taken to your levels. Now two questions here before we examine the fence of paradise, because we have hadiths that talk about the fence. Is there completion in paradise? See, the human soul in this world is aimed at getting completed. The more you work on yourself, the more your soul ascends. and becomes more complete. The more your intellect becomes complete. So there's completion, takamul in dunya. Is there takamul, completion, and spiritual progress in heaven? We know there's no taklif in heaven, no doubt. Allah's not going to tell you, okay, the one who prays more here, I will give him X. No, there is no taklif. But is there completion? Scholars have concluded yes. In heaven, continuously your knowledge increases. Allah reveals new knowledge for you. So every day, every week you have new knowledge. That in itself is a type of completion. Secondly, even your spirit. Allah gives you so much capacity spiritually that every single week, spiritually you ascend a level. You acquire a new spiritual dimension, new spiritual purity. And that continues for eternity. So in heaven, there's constant completion. It's something to look forward to. So you're not stuck in one state for eternity. Because some people, their objection, which could be a valid objection, okay, you went to heaven, what? Are you like an animal for eternity? Just eating, drinking, and engaging in physical desires, that's it? For the rest of your existence? Without any purpose, right? The response to that is there is no taklif, there's no obligation, you can't sin, you cannot miss any obligations, but there's takamul. There is a new phase, new milestone that you reach every week in paradise. New understanding of existence, new knowledge, new spiritual ascension. That happens every week. And that's the beauty of paradise. It's not just the physical blessings. It's the intellectual and spiritual gifts that Allah gives you every week. Imagine how beautiful that is.
Does the spiritual knowledge make you ascend in heaven?
Yes, it allows you to rise higher in rank. Because now, when you have more knowledge, your worth is greater. So Allah gives you new rewards that come with it. That's the beauty of it. The more you think of this, the more you see what a pity for those people who destroyed the akhirah because of this dunya. It's not just material blessings that you'll miss out on. It's infinite, eternal takamul. Just think about that. Yes, brother. Did you have a question? Okay. So, it seems that yes, there is takamul in dunya. One hadith puts it this way. وَتَأْتِيهِمْ طَرَفُ الْهَدَايَا مِنَ اللَّهِ تَعَالَى لِمَوَاقِيتِ الصَّلَاةِ الَّتِي كَانُوا يُصَلُّونَ فِيهَا فِي الدُّنْيَا تُسَلِّمُ عَلَيْهِمُ الْمَلَائِكَةِ 5 times a day, Allah sends you a gift. From the angels, they deliver it to you. And these were the times of prayer in dunya. So morning, noon, afternoon, maghrib, and later at night, you receive a gift from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now scholars have concluded this is not a physical gift. Because you already have everything around you. The fruits, the food, the rivers, the drinks, it's all there. These hadaya from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala are spiritual gifts. And that's what leads you to completion. And to ascend intellectually and ascend spiritually. Remember, Allah's knowledge is infinite. Can you put a cap to God's knowledge? Of course not. So every week Allah reveals something new. Something new about the universe, something new about existence. Remember, this dunya, this planet is a speck in the universe. And look at all the knowledge that we have. If you live 1,000 years trying to learn everything and read every book, you can't. There's so much to know. Allah will give that to you for eternity in paradise. Yes.
In dunya, like here we're in class, everybody, you're giving us the knowledge, you're giving us the information, but everybody grasps it at a different level. And is it in the akhirah?
Yes, it depends on your rank. So when we'll get to those hadiths that states on Friday, Allah reveals new knowledge. How you grasp that knowledge and how you interact with it depends on your manzila, depends on your rank. So when the Prophet receives that knowledge, he understands it and benefits from it at a much higher level than you do. Oh yes, definitely. So it's not like everyone, they equally perceive and grasp that knowledge. The higher you rank, the more you understand that knowledge, the more you benefit from it, and the more joy it brings to your soul.
So how you rank, that means in which level in Jannah you are.
Yes, it depends which level in Jannah you are. So it's not equal. Definitely. That's why the Quran states, وَفِي ذَلِكَ فَلْيَتَنَافَسِ الْمُتَنَافِسُونَ. Compete. Don't say, yalla, we got in. No, it makes a difference.